next question. We get a lot of these questions every day here at customer service. And that is, when is it best to take it and how often should I take it?
Yeah. So I think that, number one, with nutrition, it's all about making sure that you get it in you. Okay. Right. So yes, there are, optimal ways in taking your nutrition or your supplements, but just make sure that it fits your lifestyle and you're getting it into you on a daily basis. Because I will say that nutrition is all about consistency. You don't do it every once in a while. You're just going to not get the true benefit of whatever product that you're taking. Nutrition is foundational. It builds on top of each other. So when you do it consistently, because it becomes part of your lifestyle, that's when you get the true benefit. So that's the first thing. But if you want to optimize, in my opinion, the fiber, I believe that taking it, 15 to 30 minutes before a meal is one of the most powerful ways that I take it. And the reason for that is because remember what I was saying earlier. So what fiber, and especially this fiber does, is it's going to expand in the stomach. It's going to create this wonderful, great kind of gelatinous kind of environment. And that's a very good, healthy thing, because what it's doing is it's going to allow me to manage the nutrients that aren't necessarily all that healthy in the foods that I may be consuming. Okay, right? So it's going to help me to kind of level out my glucose spikes or my sugar spikes from the simple carbohydrates that I'm consuming. It's going to also allow me to be able to, when I start breaking down that protein and creating that nitrogen, or when I start breaking down those fats and I start releasing those fatty acids, that I have the ability to make sure that I can bind those things from the foods that I'm consuming. And remember, as I was saying earlier, is that our bodies are going to be secreting things like bile. It's going to be secreting things like these enzymes to help to break down the foods that I'm consuming. Well, guess what? After it does that, these are enzymes that are kind of used up. They're hormones that are used up. They're things that are used up. They can bind to these kind of, this fiber, and get a proper elimination. So I believe that one of the really powerful ways to use the fiber is before a meal, I think 15 to 30 minutes before, drinking it with a lot of water, because water is going to almost activate some of the great things that are going to be happening in the Riman fiber. And it kind of, and in saying that, one of the buzzwords that we always talk about is inflammation. Well, it's going to help to reduce that because of the fact of some of these, spikes that happen when we start eating some of the foods that aren't so healthy for us. So I love to have it right before a meal. And usually I like to do it before kind of lunch and dinner, if you will, right? Those are going to be the meals in which I'm really trying to kind of level out my energy, especially dinner. I think dinner is a critical time to make sure that you're eating just the right amount of food, not a lot of food, right? You're making sure that you're leveling out your glucose and your sugars, because that's going to spike your cortisol. It's going to cause you not to be able to sleep properly and things like that. So that's one of the key ways,
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Like I said, that's a question we get all the time. So hopefully that has been answered. You were super thorough. And so here's my last question, and I know we're running out of time here.